all men in your life. So manipulate and use all men for your gain. If a man shows interest or a crush, use him to get ahead and whatever that person can offer you. Use anyone and everyone of the male species.
If I had to pick one ick and one ick only about a man, it would be him being born.
Stop it. Get some help.
The fact that this is a allowed thing on the platform for TikTok, this is crazy. Why is it that it is normalized now to hate a man? Why is it normalized that a woman can go on TikTok and say, manipulate all men? Imagine if I did that. If I went on TikTok and was like, oh, manipulate women, use women, any woman that comes into your life, make sure you use. You know why I would never do that? Because I'm not insane. But it's fine if a woman does it. This is a problem. This is why our society is devolving into something that is unrecognizable to most of us. The fact that a woman can go online and say such nonsense like being born as a man is an ick, or if a man likes you or cares for you, manipulate them. Guys, I do want you to understand that this is not all women. But here's what's crazy. When you meet someone and you go, oh, this person might be sane and normal, you don't even know if they're like this woman, these women on freaking TikTok. Just simply insane. Insane. Guys, be careful out here, man. The world that we're living in is not the same anymore. Crazy.
Why do people say I hate men? Isn't that just a sexist generalization?
Yeah, that is a sexist generalization. Why would, again, if I were out here saying I hate women, imagine, just imagine. Again, this is TikTok. Just like the previous clip that we watched, this is on TikTok. These people are making money on the platform, and they are, and the platform is like, oh no, this is fine.
Short answer, no. When people use the phrase, I hate men, they are not saying, I hate all men on the basis of their gender, or I see any man on the street and I automatically hate him because he's a man. That's not what's being said. If you actually took the time to, understand context, you'd realize that the phrase, I hate men, is an exasperated response, typically given after someone describes a scenario where a man is doing something wrong, like abusing people. It's similar but not quite equivalent to when you're driving on a highway behind an older person and you go, oh my god, they're driving so slow, I hate old people.
That is such a dumb argument. Imagine if I said, just like her example driving, right? Imagine if I said, I see someone of a certain race cut me off. And I say, oh man, I hate all that race. Just think about that. Imagine how insane that would be. But it's fine if that person is a man. It's fine if people say, or these certain demographics of women say, we hate all men. Insane. Guys, again, you have to be careful, man. You have to be careful when you're dating women. You have to be careful when you're vetting the women that you are dealing with. Because imagine marrying somebody like this. Or a couple of the clips that we've already seen. Imagine marrying a woman that has that sort of mentality. Imagine having kids with a woman that believes that she needs to manipulate all men. Imagine your life married to somebody that believes that saying, I hate all men is an okay thing to say. What is that person going to teach your kids? Imagine. Think about that. Imagine you have daughters and the mother of your children believes it's okay to manipulate men. Imagine what she'll be teaching your kids, your daughters, your sons. Imagine you marry a woman that believes that being born a man is an ick. What is she going to teach your son? Guys, you have to be careful out here, man. You have to vet these women. Guys, again, there are good women out here. When you see clips like this, just understand there are good women and try your best as possible as you can to vet these women. Because if you deal with the wrong one, your life is screwed.
People ask me all the time what's been my biggest emotional challenge since getting divorced. And I have to say that it's come to the realization of how replaceable I was in my marriage. You know, a big part of why I left and became unhappy in my marriage is because I did not feel seen, heard, celebrated, and valued.
So wait a minute. You left your marriage and you're sad because you realize that you're replaceable? It's your fault that he had to replace you.
For who I was and what I brought to that relationship. And it became very apparent in my divorce that that was true. When I left my ex-husband, he was apparently devastated. I ruined his life. Within
Guys, keep that in mind. She ruined his life.
2 months, he was already in another long-term relationship that lasted 2 years. Then overlapped with a second relationship, which has now lasted 2 years. And what I've seen and learned through watching this happen was that I wasn't special. That it didn't matter if it was me or just someone else who was filling the role that he needed to be filled in his life. As long as someone was going to come and slide right into my position and keep everything in his life exactly the same, it didn't matter who it was. It didn't matter if it was me or someone else. He needed that role to be filled, and that's all that mattered. And so part of me feels validated because I knew I wasn't celebrated and cherished for who I was. I can see that now because all of those years that I committed to the marriage were turned off in a dime because I didn't follow the role he wanted me.
That is freaking insane. This is what a narcissist looks like. Let's take a look at her again. This is what a narcissist looks like. This right here. This is what a narcissist looks like. Imagine she ruined his life. She filed for divorce. And the only reason that she's unhappy with her decision is that he wasn't pining over her, that he didn't fall into some sort of depression over the fact that she decided to end the marriage. I will tell you this. I am glad she filed for divorce because at least he didn't really dodge a bullet, but at least his misery ended. She ended his misery for him. Imagine she's like, I ruined his life. She knows she was okay with ruining his life, but she wasn't okay with the fact that he was able to replace her, not once, twice, and if need be, a third time. The fact that she is replaceable is what is making her upset. Insane. Guys, when you are vetting and you are trying to deal with a woman, again, I keep saying it, you have to watch out for women that are narcissistic. Look at her whole clip. Everything is I. What he made me feel, what I want, what I should have had, what I need. Oh, he's not unhappy, so I am sad. Guys, you have to watch out for women like this. Straight up. You certainly have to watch out for women like this.
He's even adopted my 2 twins as his own kids after their father has passed away. But I still find it really hard to be 100% submissive to him.
Oh. She's the problem. I just figured it out. Next question.
I guess because of my previous relationships and the letdowns that I've had, that next 15, it's hard for me.
You have to be very intentional about it moving forward. So in those moments where you feel like you're not able to give submissive energy or you're not able to be submissive in a situation, ask yourself why. Ask yourself what's triggering you.
A lot of my previous relationships,
but you're not there anymore, so why are you holding him accountable?
Because the other guys have allowed me to be the dominant one. I've always been the dominant one. So.
Okay, but you're not there anymore, so why are you blaming him for their actions?
I don't blame him for the actions.
But you're putting their actions on him.
Yeah.
So you have to be very intentional. It's hard work. Like, be clear. Intentional. I can say any word. Intentional.
Guys, I'm going to take this from a perspective of we have to take kind of responsibility for women that do this. Imagine, let us look at what she said. She said she got with a man that took over responsibility for her 2 kids, twins. Not only did he take responsibility, he adopted them as his own. Insane. And on top of doing all of that, she cannot see herself submitting to a guy like that. So even though he has stood on 10 toes and accepted his responsibility to help her out with her problem, the little that she needs to do, as in to submit to this man, she can't even do that. And here's the thing. You want to say, okay, we blame the woman. But in this case, I blame the man. She is making him pay for problems that her past relationships caused. Guys, do not let women make you pay for the wrongs of other men. And women do this. Women do this. If you're ever dating a woman and she's complaining about her ex, oh, my ex abused me, my ex did this, my ex did this, my ex was horrible, my ex was controlling. Oh, I don't cook for guys. Like, if she's telling you all these things, understand that you are going to have to pay for those things. If she's still blaming her ex for the problems in her life, understand this, that you are going to be the guy that is going to pay for those issues. This guy, when he met her, knew that she had 2 kids. He knew, because women do this all the time. When you go on a date with a woman and she is that type of woman that complains about her ex, she will complain about her ex to you. Once you see that, notice that that is a red flag and run the other way. Guys, that is the video for today. If you have not already, guys, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications so you don't miss any of my future videos. Guys, I do want to know what you guys think about the clips that you have watched today. Let me know in the comment sections below. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.